fucking computer, bro. I unplug the headphones, it turns off. Why? Why does that happen?
It's like those cell phones. When I used to work in the cell phone store, when the batteries go bad, your phone only works if it's on the charger.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
So as soon as you unplug it, it's done.
Oh, yeah, done.
It's done. It's
I unplugged the headphones. This the last time it froze. It did that too. The fucking thing came unplugged and it fucking.
What's up, guys? Welcome to World Class Fitness Network. This is where we drop all the most current news about bodybuilding and fitness, and of course, we educate you as well. So make sure you click that subscribe button, show me you care, and turn that post notification bell on so you know that I'm posting my videos every Monday through Friday daily. And guys, do it for me now. Hit it, smash it, go. Please, go.
Or the old Windows laptops that were the same way. You have to stay plugged in because
the battery would always
couldn't change a $20 battery.
No, it was attached to the motherboard or something.
I would rather just keep it like that and just
I used to duct tape mine into the computer, so it wouldn't fall out.
No, like fuck!
I just screamed fuck when this turned off. I was like, motherfucker!
I knew it. I knew as soon as you started doing stuff, I'm like, oh, this it's going to have a seizure again.
Bro, it's a brand new computer. It's only like 3 months old. It's a weird.
What'd you get?
It's an Apple iMac.
It's a new one?
Yeah, it's a brand new one.
Oh, man, I want to get one so bad.
Yeah, it's fucking, it's so sick. And I called them and freaked out. They're like, oh, it's 2 weeks waiting time. I'm like, what?
You got the 27-inch, right?
Yeah, the Pro, the dark one, yeah.
Nice.
I had the other one, but the RAM and stuff wasn't big enough on that computer. It was.
Yeah, the good thing with that one, the RAM, because the older ones you couldn't upgrade the RAM.
You couldn't upgrade it. Yeah, you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, and this one now you can just
upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah, which is by the way, whoever is going to buy a iMac, do not buy it with the upgraded RAM already.
No, you get fucking rolled.
They overcharge the hell out of you.
Thousands when it costs hundreds. It costs hundreds.
Literally thousands. Like you go on Amazon and you go like the highest RAM that you can go, and it's still like it's like $500.
Yeah, $500 tops.
If you want to upgrade it to the top RAM, which you don't need unless you're like 4K editing or something like that.
Yeah.
But the gap in between on their website is nuts.
Bro, it goes like $3,000 to like 8 or something crazy, like 6 or something. It's like thousands more.
Especially like I understand in the old model, if you don't have the option, like you gotta just suck it up.
Yeah.
But come on, like it's a little door.
Yeah. You plug it in.
Yeah, it's a little fucking thing, and you're done.
And these are so easy to work on. The shell comes right off, so it's like you can put it in 2 seconds.
Did you get that anti-glare screen one?
No, that wasn't out when I bought this one.
Oh, I mean it's crap. It's no good.
It's no good, right?
But they charge like $500 for that.
No.
Yeah, it's like a $500 upgrade, but it's just it's slightly matte, but you don't get those like nice vibrant colors.
Yeah, you don't get that pop.
No, not at all. Yeah, no. That's on my little maybe my Christmas gift to myself.
I was forced to get something because that computer, I had to delete stuff every day to keep it moving. Like it would not. I would click something and 10 minutes later it would come up. It was horrible. So it was like, and I had externals like plugged in everywhere. It was like, I'm like, this is not even worth, like, I have to just spend the money. It's just, I have to do it,
I mean, it's worth it for what we do. It's worth it. Or do you use the camera that's on there?
No, this is my digital camera.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got the iPod, the podcast software all hooked up to it with the fucking interface. And there's so much shit hooked up to it. Probably why it fucking wings out. But the other computer couldn't even handle the podcast interface. It would just turn off. It would shut down. It would just like fry out. It would just not even be able to handle it.
And what's the podcast interface is like? It's like a program for it.
No, it's actually like a module that it's like a power source essentially for the mic, because this is self-powered. The mic, the actual Shure mic, this model, but this has like a regular I forget what the jack is called. It's a regular microphone jack, so you have to have an interface that then goes to a C port, so it gets power. And that used to shut the computer down on the old one. It was just never strong enough.
What we need to do one of these days is upgrade to a better podcast recording software.
Yeah, we need to look at something.
Versus,
I hate Zoom.
I looked at a couple of them already. I'll send you the links. I saw 2 of them, but they have like all these crazy features too. That it's like, well, that would be actually pretty cool for like.
See, that's what I want because like Zoom is $60 as it is, bro.
Yeah, and you're not getting the full HD quality of
and when I edit it, it's horrible. Like the quality is horrible.
Yeah,
I have to do so much little bullshit to fix it to make it like look okay, and I have to like recopy to make it come out better. If
I'll find one.
We gotta find a better one because I was looking too, and then I forgot to finish it. But like, it's terrible. I'm like it doesn't give you any options or anything. You know what I mean? It just sucks. It's made for like literally just like phone calls. It's not made for.
We're doing it the really ghetto way.
Yeah, this is good. We definitely got to fix it because like I want like HD 4K 3D.
You know what would be sick one time if we start doing YouTube a live podcast.
We should do a live one. Yeah,
that would be really cool.
I'm still trying to get my channel back, but it's not going to happen.
It's not.
They give me the worst answers back. They don't want to talk to me. They ignored my lawyer's letter. They just like shrugged it off.
They probably get so many letters.
So many. They probably shut so many people down a day.
But it's crazy because that's like for real. Like imagine you had like 1 million subscribers, and then somebody that just doesn't like you decides to try to get your channel shut down and gets your channel shut down.
Right.
You make a fucking living now.
And the best part is like I had like the base level account rep because I cleared 20K. Like it was like it's like the most. It's probably a robot, honestly. Probably not even a real person. But, like,
they have different tiers. You get an actual physical person. Wow.
100K, you get like a legit rep that you have like a number to, like a phone number. Mine was only a chat. I don't think it was a real person ever I talked to.
Yours was like the one that the little chat comes up and then you type it, but
a little robot.
You don't even get to type it. You have to click like one of the 2 answers, and then you're like, but it's none of those 2 answers. And then you click one, and then it like moves you to like another set of 2 questions.
Yeah, and then it's like, and it shuts you down. It just turns off.
It's like, no, fuck you. Sorry, your connection got.
So I would harass the chat, and they turned it off on me after about 3 days of me annoying them. They turned it off. I can't even get to it anymore. So I lost all the chat, log and everything from them. They don't even answer me anymore, and they turned me off.
No, you're canceled. Cancel culture, bro.
And then my lawyer also said, "Hey, can he just get his content?"
Mm-hmm.
They ignored it too. They didn't even register. They didn't even like care to acknowledge anything we said.
I mean, that's the least that they can do.
They said they're going to escalate it to the next whatever to see what they can do. And I'm like, that means they're not helping.
You might get an answer by Christmas.
Yeah, like the other channel will be like, great, and they'll answer me probably. I just hope they don't fuck with that channel now. Oh man, whatever. It's like I have backups now at least.
But still, it's like you worked for that robot rep. All right?
Yeah, I worked hard for Robot Joe, or the fuck it was.
Worked really hard for that. I mean, did you at least like when you hit 20,000? At certain ones you get like a trophy or whatever. Did you get like a certificate or something?
You get a ribbon.
Here's a participation ribbon.
Thanks for joining. Now we're gonna shadow ban you because you talk about steroids.
Now we're talking shit about YouTube. So
once I hit 20K though, I swear, I know it's not even a lot of people at all. I'm not bragging, but like I swear to God, it went backwards half the time, then it went forward. I would look at my statistics, it'd be like negative, positive 100, negative 300, positive. I'm like, how am I losing people now? I'm like, that's fucked up.
Those algorithms.
Bro, it was so weird. Like daily, I would lose people and then gain people. It would never go anywhere. It'd be a positive, negative all week. And I'm just like, fuck you. Up to 20K was amazing. It was so fast.
So other than your AC situation, did you have any other terrible things happen to you this week?
I mean, AC was pretty bad. Listen, I tried to see the good in things and everything, but after 3 days of no air conditioning, I lost my shit. So I'll tell the funniest. You guys want to hear me bitching about AC, but I'll tell you a funny story. So, meanwhile, I have a degenerate service guy come here for 3 days, mind you. Didn't want to work, didn't have a flashlight, didn't have a ladder, didn't want to go in the attic. So he finally leaves at midnight that night. It was Wednesday, I think. It started Sunday. So it was Wednesday. I go back upstairs where the thermostat is in my attic, and the shit's everywhere. The things hang out of the wall. The ladder, the step stool that he had to borrow from us is still there. The attic's still open. So hot air is just pouring out. Upstairs is like still 90, okay? And screws all over the floor, salt, dust. Wow. Bro, it was a mess. So the dogs are upstairs grabbing the screws, running around with them, and I'm chasing them, trying to get the screws out of their mouth. So I finally sit up there, and he leaves the light on, okay? The light switch is like 10 feet from my arm. I can't get up there because the ceilings are like 12 feet. I'm on a stool that's only 2 steps. I'm only 6 foot. So I'm only like, I could barely grab the ladder.
Does it have a little?
No, there's no ladder. It's just a push. It's like a push it over.
No,
it's only like a little cubicle up there where the unit is.
I'd be terrified.
So now I'm like, I can't even turn the light off. So I'm like, I told Chelsea, my girlfriend, to get a pool stick because I have a pool table. I'm like, get the pool stick. I'll hit the light switch off. I still can't reach. That's how high it is. I'm like, I can reach the bulb though. I'm like, I'm just gonna smash the bulb. Fuck it. Like I'll just hit. And she starts yelling at me. Don't fucking smash the bulb. You're gonna cause a mess and there's gonna be glass everywhere. I'm like, mind you, it would have hit me right in the face anyway. The glass, it would have went all over me. It would have went everywhere. But I was so angry, bro. I was covered in sweat. Mind you, I didn't do anything, but I was just dripping sweat from being in the heat. So she's yelling at me and I get pissed, bro. I'm like, fuck this. So I javelin the pool sticks. It gets stuck in the door in the bathroom down the hallway. I threw it so hard. It went all the way down the hallway and stuck in the bottom of the door and put a hole in the bathroom door. And now the dog
is Sparta.
Oh, the dog with my dog, Sophie was standing there. She dove out of the way like it was a bullet, bro. She lunged out of the way because the pool stick. I didn't even see her. I just went like this. I was like, fuck this, and I threw it, and then it stuck in the door. It was like, like a cartoon. It was like ding, ding. Yeah, it literally stuck in the door, and I was like, fuck. Now I fucked the door. I'm like, bro. I literally had a mental breakdown at that point. I'm just like, all over because there's no heat, and then I'm like, am I a little bitch? Like, it's just air conditioning. Like, why am I such?
No, it's pretty bad.
Why is it affecting me so bad though? I'm like, but I pay for it, so I should have it, right? Like,
it's pretty shitty.
Like, am I spoiled though? That I was
no. When we had hurricanes, it was when I was in high school, and all our power went out. All the Broward, Dade,
bro, Sandy here for a month. I had no power.
It was miserable.
Yeah, it was
really miserable. I was sleeping sometimes. I would just go in the car just to turn on the air in the car.
It's so funny you said that.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I told Chelsea, why don't we sleep in the car? We'll put the seats down. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like,
I would have done that.
We can sit in the car. We put the windows down. The dogs will sleep. We'll sleep. The air will be on. She's like, you're going to run out of gas. I'm like, no. I'm like, there's no way. We fought about that because I was a dick. I started flipping out. I was like, I'll go in the car then. Fuck it. I'll sleep in the car.
I can't sleep in my own sweat.
Bro.
That's one thing I can do.
I can go into bed.
I can sleep freezing, no problem. It could be freezing. But as soon as I start sweating and I start feeling like,
oh, it's sticky.
Oh, I just don't.
I'm not
comfortable.
If I was 300 pounds, I was dead. If I was 350 and that happened, I was 100% gonna have a heart attack right there. Like, definitely, because I was sweating as bad as it was, and I'm only 245 now. Okay, so imagine 100 pounds more. Nick. Bro, I sweated in the middle of winter. I mean, like, profusely. Like,
you would have been like if you were on DNP.
That's bad. That's really bad.
And that's the worst. Like, when people still ask me questions, I always cite them to our video that we did on DNP.
Oh, that was such a good video.
I know, and that's the most uncomfortable feeling is the heat part. I could deal with every other part of taking DNP other than that. That part's the worst.
Because your skin's hot. Like,
everything is hot.
And the fan doesn't do anything.
No.
Ice packs doesn't even penetrate it. It just melts.
Dude, I was putting, when you take a shower and, if you're kind of hot, you usually put like the stick part like in the middle. It was just like,
bro, that's a very good point. You didn't feel shit in the shower.
No, you didn't feel anything. It was just a little thick.
It's actually really weird what it does to your body. Like it's very like it blocks all cortisol, so like you don't feel shit, like nothing.
No,
and you're just like. I used to the food would just fall out of my mouth. And the fan would be right here blowing full speed.
Just nothing, man. Nothing
would happen.
There was times where at night I would take a bunch of ice packs, like 3 ice packs, and then I would you know how when you hurt your leg or something like that, you usually tend to like wrap it in like a towel so it doesn't give you frostbite?
Yeah, no.
I wanted the frostbite. Like I take the bare ice pack and I just right here, right in my neck, like that. Or I would take it and I put it on my chest, and I'm like, I just hope my heart just doesn't stop from being cold, you know. And I would put a bunch of ice packs, and by like a couple hours, it was just like goop already.
Yeah, it would melt.
It was just melted.
Yeah, it was. I got humbled from it. I was in a really bad streak for 2 weeks, which and 2 weeks of my life, and I had a breakdown. I swear to God, I had a breakdown. I broke down pretty bad that day. Like I broke down like bad. I was like, because like there was just so much little shit. Yes, I triggered some of the bad shit that happened to me. Yes, but like for the most part, I didn't deserve what happened for the extent of it. I did not deserve it. I deserved a little bit, not all of it though, not to the degree it went to. And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like I was such on like a. And I said to myself, things are too
good right now.
I said to Chelsea, I'm like, things are way too, it is too quiet and easy right now. It's too easy. Something's got to happen.
No.
And then it literally went,
it's like a plane.
Bro.
Nice and smooth, flying, just cruising. And then.
I literally said that. I did that analogy the other day about my crash landing after prep. I compared it to an airplane crashing. I was like, you have the smooth landings, and then after prep, I would go like this, turbulence, and then right into the ground and crash and slide, and the wings would snap off, like you get stuck in the dirt,
No ejection, nothing.
Yeah, like seat belted in still. You can't even get out.
Nothing.
And that's how I felt the other day. Like I literally just felt my plane hit the ground, nosedived. And once in a while it was good though. And the next day I told her I woke up, it was so eerie, bro. I woke up the next morning, I kid you not, it was 70 degrees out all day. It wasn't over 70. It was actually chilly. Mind you, the air is fixed now.
Motherfucker.
Temporarily, it was fixed Wednesday, and it broke again. But for that day, it was 70 degrees. I was like, I can sit outside like with a sweatshirt on and be fine. Like it's so cold out, and it was and it's never quiet by me. There's traffic right by the George Washington Bridge. It's the nightmare. It's usually horns. It was like eerie quiet. I woke up and I was like, I feel rejuvenated. I felt so good. And I told Chelsea, and she was miserable. She didn't sleep. She was in the worst mood ever because I was like fighting with her. We were fighting about the dumbest shit. I was throwing a pool stick and another hole in the wall.
Fucking 300.
And so she was like, get the fuck away from me. You pissed me off. And I'm like, I feel great.
You ain't going to ruin my mood.
Yeah, I had a breakdown. I'm good.
Listen, the bad streak is over.
Yeah, like I'm good. I wiped that shit clean, and then the air broke again that night. So like, it was like,
you know what? God has a sense of humor,
bro.
That's all I can equate it to.
It just was lack of him following the protocol. Like if he just did his job, it would have been fixed from the first time. He just kept ignoring shit, and I was like, "Don't you want to do that?" No, it's fine. I got it. I'm like, okay. Like I don't even know anything about air conditioning, but. You told me that before. That's probably that, and now you're not doing it because it's fixed for like 20 minutes. It was.
I thought that you were gonna say the part where you were gonna smash the bulb. That you actually smashed the bulb, but the light was still on.
the little coil stayed on.
The little coil. I thought you were gonna say you finally smash it. It all rained down, and you close your eyes and you're like, yes, I fucking did it. And then you finally open up your eyes and there it is, still on. Ding,
was that a bad idea to smash the bulb though?
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, it was
all right. Fuck. See, I really thought it was I thought it was a real good idea.
Like there could be like filament and shit going in your eyes, and I don't know.
I wasn't even worried about that. I just wanted the light off. I didn't even fucking care.
I don't know.
I should just ignored it, honestly, but it was bothering me that he didn't turn the fucking switch off, and then everything else was hanging out of the wall. I'm like, motherfucker, like. But I gave his boss, whoever that was, I talked on the phone. He probably a robot too, but The guy I called at the office, I went off, bro. He's like, I can't get someone there for 3 days. I was like, 3 days?
No.
Bro, I went nuts.
No.
Like,
and this was after they came over there twice?
This is the 5th day. This is yesterday when it broke again.
Oh.
Because he fixed it. So he came Sunday at midnight when it broke. He came right out, right away. I was like, wow, this guy's going to be the one. He's going to fix it. You know, like, he's the man. Like, he answered the phone for me, like, 24-hour service. He's going to be good, you know? He's like, I got to the house. He's like, oh, I can't fix it. You know, I got to wait till tomorrow. It's too dark out and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck you. Like, I was so pissed. God. So I'm like, then he bills me. And I'm like, I'm not paying this. He's like, well, how am I going to know if you're, you know, like, why don't you call someone else and I get fucked tomorrow and I don't get paid for my coming out here? I was like, bro, you're coming back at 8 a.m., like 6 hours from now. Like, you're going to be at my doorstep at 8 a.m.
I'm not going to find somebody.
Yeah, like, so I'm like, this guy gave me he gave me a bad taste in my mouth already. So I'm like, fuck this guy. So he showed up the next morning. He did. He got like here like 9 or 10, not 8 a.m., but actually got here at 10:30, motherfucker. And then he fixed it Monday. It broke again Monday night. Came back. He's like, oh, you come back tomorrow. I don't have time. Tuesday comes. All day he's here. Fucking 8 hours, bro. Didn't know what the fuck was wrong with it. Fixed it Tuesday night. Comes back Wednesday to make sure it's not low on Freon. It's low on Freon. Ends up finding something else wrong when he didn't fix it. Fixes it. It lasts Wednesday night, all of Thursday until midnight. And it broke again. And that was last night, 8 o'clock, whenever I texted you. That's when it broke. And it came back at midnight last night. That's crazy. This is Friday now. We're from Friday right now. We're supposed to record this last night and Thursday. So, yeah. So then Thursday night, it broke again when I texted you. The air started getting hot.
Now, not to beat a dead horse here, but I just remembered something. That we were just on the topic of DNP. And then you mentioned, what is it called? Freon?
Yeah, Freon.
Freon? Yeah. Okay. I forgot that my AC broke when I was on DNP.
No, it didn't.
I swear to God. My
DNP?
My AC broke on DNP, and I thought it was me that was just hot. But then every time that I would go to my thermostat, it was like 90. I
have a picture. Mine says 91.
Yeah, when I was living there in Brickell, and my apartment that I used to have there in Brickell, you know, all the living room and everything, it was all glass. It was the whole thing was glass. So, you know, natural light would come in and it would get kind of warm, whatever. Yeah. But, you know, you turn out the AC, no big deal. But then I started taking DNP, and it just so happens at the same time my AC broke because I was putting the AC too high.
Oh.
So the AC froze.
It kept working.
Yeah. So the AC froze.
Yeah, but it had to have been low on Freon for that to happen.
It had to, yeah. Yeah.
So you forced that.
Well, I had somebody, you know, the apartment complex come in, and they're like, they were giving me the runaround kind of thing, like, oh, maybe you should open up your vents more. And since your apartment is facing, I'm like, it's 90 degrees.
Yeah, no.
My thermostat, I'm setting it to 65, and it's still 90 degrees. They're like, well, you know. So I had to call like another company to come in so that they could just bill them and be like, yo, it was broke. And when he opened up the thing, it was all
ice. Yeah.
He's like, you need to let it melt.
Oh God, bro! I heard that so many times this week.
It was all ice, like the whole filter and everything. It looked like like ice.
I'll send you the picture when we got the phone. You'll die. I had the hair dryer to it. So I told him, I said, you're not leaving. I got the hair dryer out. He's like, well, I have a blowtorch in my truck. I said, go get the fucking blowtorch. What the fuck are we doing here? I got a hair dryer. The thing, bro. The ice was like this thick.
Yeah, no, it's like literally like an icicle. Like you need a hammer and a chisel.
I had the knife. I had a knife and a hammer. The chunks of it off, and then I took the hair dryer to it.
It's crazy. It's crazy how.
And the outside where the fan was had ice on it too, like the outside thing too, the unit. So it was both of
everything all fucked.
It was and then my landlord flipped because he saw the bill. He was like, "You didn't text me." I said, "Oh, I didn't text you." I said, "Don't." He's no offense to Chinese people, but he doesn't speak very good English. He's Chinese, so me and him are arguing through text messages. It looks like literally something out of a comedy. It's like, no good. Yes, good. Like the text message is so retarded. Like it's so retarded. The text messages. He's an old Chinese guy. Like he's really nice though, but he pissed me off so bad because he never answers my text messages, and of course As soon as I send him the bill, he's blowing my.
Now he's blowing you up.
He's like, "Why didn't you text me? You didn't." And I'm like, "Dude, if you go look at your phone, thanks."
Bartender, I'll take one too.
He said, "Bartender, I'll take one."
I'll take one too. Thank you. I'll make it a double.
Yeah, double, please. He's like, "Well, you should have asked me. I have workers." I said, "You ignored me for 48 hours." He said, "Well, I was busy." I said, "Would you expect me to sit there with no air for 2 days and wait for you? Like, what? There's no rule that I have to wait. I can get a fucking bill you. That's it. That's the way it works, bro."
Anyways, my weekend was
how was your fucking your?
Was pretty epic.
Boats and hose.
Yachts, boats and hose was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, we went over to my buddy's house. He's the one that I had said that breaks the 20,000. In by the way, I put that clip on Instagram and I tagged him, and he's like, "I can't believe that but he was like excited, but he was like happy about it." And then I had somebody else. I tagged him on it. Somebody comment on that. He's like, "Were those actually real ones?"
Oh my god!
No, it's Monopoly money. Like,
no, we went to the strip club. We got fake money.
fake fucking money. Like, give me a break. So
that's some Instagram shit, though.
No, it is. He's like, are those real? Is that real money? I'm like, come on, man. Like, he's throwing fake money. So he picks us up in one of those sprinters.
Oh my god!
Like, it's beautiful. Like it pulls up and it looks like a nice van, big van. But then when you open it up and you walk in, it's like all plush. Like, it's beautiful. This thing decked out, sick ass system. So we went from Fort Lauderdale all the way to Miami, and we get there, and Mike's very funny.
Did you pregame in the van?
No, because we knew that we were just like, we have to like time ourselves because his friends were pre-gaming. We took two Sprinter vans, so we split up like the groups in it, and his friends were already pounding like drinks.
Oh shit!
And I'm like,
what time is this?
This is noon.
Oh wow! Okay.
This is noon, and I'm like, no. I'm like, let me get on there and on the boat, and I'll make my drink there, and I'll start there.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I'm definitely not gonna make it.
Yeah.
And by the time we were already set to sail, they're already like blacked out. they're already fucking blacked out. Like, you see that there's nobody there.
The glare in the face.
Nobody's fucking there.
Yeah.
So we get to the dock or whatever, and Mike, he has 2 yachts. And the yachts right now, like I said last time, based on like the square footage and stuff, they allow you to have X amount of people. Yeah, he overcounted.
What did he get?
Well, the thing is,
I thought you were getting 1 yacht. You had 2?
He had 2, yeah.
Jesus
he got 2.
Christ.
He got 2. The problem is that, and this is a rule of thumb just for everything. When you send out an invitation to somebody,
right,
and they say, "Oh, I'm not going to know if I'm going to be able to go," and there's like a set meet, it's like you're in or you're out. That's it.
You're not
you
coming.
need to tell me you're in or you're out.
Yeah.
And there's no like later on, "Oh, I could go." No, because I already filled your spot.
Yeah.
So you need to tell me now. And that happened with a couple people.
Oh,
where they were like on the fence, and no, and then last minute, yes. It's like,
who says no to a fucking yacht party?
Well, where the fuck are we gonna put you now? Like, how
many people was it? A lot.
So that yacht allow us to put, because we rented quite often the same yacht, the same captain. Right. So he allows us like same captain, like 18, and we must have had like 25 people on there.
Oh fuck!
Like,
that's probably shitty. That's probably really jammed though.
Like, it's a 90-foot yacht.
Why only 18 people then?
I'm pretty sure it has to do with COVID. Like, based on the square footage of
What about crew? Is there a crew too?
It's a crew of 2. It's a captain, and then they're.
I was gonna say, I've been on yachts before, but not 90 foot. But I haven't been on a yacht with a lot of people, and they weren't 90 fucking feet.
It's a monster. It's a monster.
That's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's a monster. Like, it's not like like the interior's not super outdated, but you could tell like it's from like the 2010, 15.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't have that whole modern beautiful thing, but it gets the job done. Like, it's
on the water, you're good. Yeah,
it's nice enough to get the job done.
Yeah.
So we finally get out there, and bro, it was a beautiful day. There was not one cloud in the sky. Like, it was literally a perfect day. And then the other yacht pulls up. We had about 4 or 5 other boats that tied up to us. So, you know, it was a solid day. There wasn't a lot of hiccups, thank God.
Right.
Because the last time we were on, we had to kick a bunch of people out because they were so fucking wasted drunk that they started throwing, like, partying and throwing drinks inside of the cabin.
Oh my God.
And it's like,
bro.
what are you doing?
These
Like,
are grown people.
grown people. These are not college kids anymore. This is not.
You don't do that shit.
We're grown.
You respect people's shit.
Yeah.
Right?
So they're working.
Fucked up, pass out, but don't trash shit.
Yeah. So we're gonna end up doing the same thing next month for my birthday.
So how long are you guys out to sea for?
9 hours.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, 9 hours. But
so it goes.
You don't feel it though.
It's like, during the day, right?
Yeah, you don't feel it. Like you get
because
you're
up those hours anyway, right?
Yeah.
So like your body's awake. It's not like you're going at 3 a.m. and you're like,
no, you don't feel it. Like when you go in Vegas, when you go to those pool parties, I feel like those pool parties are
they're so fast.
They're so fast, and then by the time you're like, I want to keep going.
Yeah, that's so.
And then you end up going out at night, and then the next day you're trash. Like
because you know why the pool parties open at like 11 technically. No one gets there to like 2, 3, and then it closes at 5 and 6, the latest Vegas. Like sometimes they go to like 6:30, but 5, 6 is usually like
unless you when you have a table there, always all the promoters they always want, we need you here at noon.
Oh, it's so.
We need you here at this time, and then you get there and it's like, you know,
it's silent.
Where the hell is everybody?
Fucking birds are chirping.
Yeah, and then they always bring the bottles, and then the waitresses are always trying to like feel it. I'm like, whoa. Slow down.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's nobody here.
They pour and pour.
I'm like, they're like, let's take some shots. I'm like,
no. Taking a straw out, and they're like pouring the fucking shit in there. And I'm like, whoa.
While you're drinking, they're refilling it automatically.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
I don't either. There was one experience that I had in Vegas where I had told one of the girls, like, yo, you need to like chill out. Like every time that you come to our table, like, I don't care if you're like refilling drinks and stuff, but like, we don't want you to pour like 20 shots or anything like that. Like, it's still noon.
Yeah, they do the shot thing too a lot.
Yeah.
Like, here's shots. I'm like, I didn't
I didn't ask for those.
I'm like, and no one asked for them. And now you poured all our liquor out, so now you have to fucking drink it. You dicks.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that again next month for my birthday. I think it's like since clubs and stuff aren't open, and it's fun. You know, you party during the day, so you go to somebody's house and after, and that's about it.
Now, when you go on the boat, do you have to fill out all those forms and shit that they do here and stuff for stuff?
Nothing, man.
No,
you get to the dock, like the captain or whatever, or the ship mate or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it is. She's like the bartender though, because it has a bar inside of the yacht.
Right.
So you'll sit behind the like the bar or whatever, and she'll make you all the drinks that you want.
Oh, perfect.
She'll walk around inside, you know, when she's not pouring drinks, she'll walk around and she'll fill your drink. So you don't even have to go anywhere.
Did you bring your meals?
I did. I did.
Muscle meals?
Just the chicken that they supply and some rice.
So I bought meals from them.
Oh, you did?
Now I'm on my 3rd week or 2nd week. It's my 3rd week of having the food because I bought way too much.
My suggestion is if you have an air fryer, heat it up in the air fryer.
I have an air fryer.
It makes it that much better.
So I did a stove with the steak ones. It was okay. I liked it in the microwave better, actually.
The Angus steak or which one?
No, I had
just whatever steak.
I don't know which one. I just took the meals out. It was I bought every one of them. I bought like 2 of each one.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the bacon cheeseburger keto meal was fucking amazing. The cod, coconut crusted
cod.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even like cod, and I ate it today, and I was very impressed.
And by the way, we're talking about Mega Fit meals.
Mega Fit meals, yeah. And what else was good that I had that was shocked? Shrimp stir fry. Mm-hmm. Couldn't eat all like the carbs and stuff, but I had the shrimp stir fry. The rice comes on the side anyway to mix it, so I didn't eat the rice, but the shrimp and stuff was really good. Usually shrimp doesn't taste good like that.
No.
I was very impressed. I was like, wow, so I ordered again. So the meals come tomorrow, I think they land.
I'm very impressed by their fish, actually, because
I couldn't believe I inhaled that cod. I was like, holy fuck. I don't even like coconut.
I buy their a la carte meals now,
Oh, okay.
So that I can just like, it's easier for me to track the food.
Out. Yeah.
But I get their, like when I'm sick of chicken, I get their cod and I put it in the air fryer. It tastes awesome.
And their portions, because I just buy the pre-made meal because I don't have any fucking diet plan. Bro, it feels there's a lot of food in there.
It's just right.
I'm like, wow, they actually give you it's not like a 4-ounce portion, which most of these companies do. Fuck it. It's got to be at least 6, 7, almost 8 ounces of meat. It has to be. And there's a full cup of whatever carb there is in there easily.
Yeah, they're good about their measurements. Like I've when I first was with them and I was like testing them out, I would weigh it.
Right. See what it is.
Like to see if it was true, like what they were saying, because some of these places they'll say, oh, it has 40 grams of protein per meal, and then you go to weigh it and it's only 3 ounces.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. But even like vegetables, they're not even cheap. Like they fill it up with vegetables. I was like, wow, like peppers.
And they're good. Their green beans are very fresh. I don't know how they do it, and even their
broccoli, the peppers and onions. I had the steak and peppers and onions, whatever meal that one was. That was fucking banging. I didn't eat the roasted potatoes, but I had tried one just to try it. But I mean, I haven't had a good meal prep service in a very long time, and they've been around for a while too. Like for what I know, so the fact that they're still doing good food is impressive because most people.
The owners are awesome.
Are they?
They love to party too.
Oh, sweet!
Like when I the first time that I met them was when I went to the LA Fit Expo. Was it this year? Yeah, it was this. Wow, it feels like forever ago. This year, I was at the LA Fit Expo and I went over to their booth and I ended up working there. I wasn't supposed to work their booth, and I ended up working there. I ended up working their booth. So I'm over there, and they love to party.
I saw their picture of them on their website.
You should see his fucking boat.
Oh,
his mega fit.
Is this like his bread and butter business, or is this something else?
He has like a gym too. I'm sure he has other side things that he has. But
is he an industry guy or no?
He's shredded.
Oh, okay.
And he's good. And he's good friends with Flex Lewis.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He told me how they first, when they first started, the first person that was repping their stuff was actually Jay Cutler.
Cutler was with them.
Was Jay Cutler.
That's when I first saw them was Cutler.
And that's pretty much where he sent them free meals. He shouted them out, and it was like off.
That was probably like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I remember Jay talking about them first on his YouTube, and I might have. I might have fucked up a deal with them back then. I don't remember. I think maybe they sent me food I didn't post or something happened. I remember having the food for some reason at my house. I didn't buy it, but I got it for some reason. And I didn't follow through on anything because at the time I was going through.
Piece of shit.
I was a piece of shit. Yep. And I was like, just give me the food. And I just ate it, and not posted anything. And I never had it again. And then I saw them, then you keep talking about them. And I was like, you know what? I want a new company anyway because I was sick of the place I was getting it from. Even though they sent me food, I didn't want it anymore. I was just like, I'm good, Now they call me, bro. I couldn't get them on the phone. I'm going to bring up their name because I don't want to bash them, but because the food was really good, I was just over it. I want to move on to something else. I couldn't get them on the phone for anything. I wanted to do all this stuff with them, whatever collaboration. Because I wanted to do stuff.
Possible.
They're like, yeah, no problem. We'll call you tomorrow. I never got a fuck. Now I literally have 5 voicemails because I stopped taking the food. I didn't want it anymore, and they were giving it to me for free, mind you. I didn't want it. I was just like, no, I'm good. I just want to try something else. That's all. My taste buds are just over it. They weren't. The food selection wasn't changing. It was keto meals. There's not that many choices anyway. And now this guy's been calling me every day. Jose's been calling me every day. Jose, I'm not being a dick, but I just don't want your food. Like, you know what I mean?
You need to change it up sometimes.
Yeah, like I'm just. I ate it for 7 months straight.
It gets a little.
And
you that keto, you have options, but at the same time, it's kind of like the same basic, things. Salmon and cream cheese.
It's so good, bro. I ate that entire pack that day.
But people don't know. He sends me a picture on iMessage of him eating his lot. I'm assuming it was lox. It was smoked salmon.
Yeah,
smoked salmon, and smoked salmon and cream cheese. It was all cream cheese.
Well, I use cream cheese as the bread, so it's cream cheese, salmon, and then cream cheese.
and we're talking about if we're talking about bread, it's like those Texas toast height bread where it's like the cream cheese is that much, and then you might see a
little slither of salmon.
A little slither of salmon in the middle. You're like, what the fuck is that pink thing in the middle?
My girl was like,
that's a salmon.
Disgusting. I'm like, what? She's like, there's cream cheese everywhere. I'm like, literally ate the whole container almost. It was like a little layer of good cream cheese. And I mean like a full container of cream cheese. It was disgusting.
I'd be shitting my pants everywhere.
See, that's how I was. And now that my body's adjusted to this, keto diet, it's crazy. Like, so I had my cheat meal. I haven't had like a cheat meal in a long time. Like, I hate calling it a cheat meal, but I had a burger and French fries last night. Because last night was when the shit hit the fan again. That's when I lost my mind. And
there was no fan. There was no fan.
Yeah, there was no fan. It was right after I told you we're not doing the podcast, so I ordered myself food. I'm like, I'm cheating. Fuck that. I was like, I'm having a double bacon cheeseburger. I'm buying 2 of them, and I'm ordering it's from this burger place, which is amazing by me, like some private owned place. And it was like $40 for cheeseburger. It was retarded. And I fucking ate that thing with such. Mind you, sweat pouring in my head, but it was pleasurable, beyond pleasurable. And I woke up like 6 pounds lighter from it because my metabolism.
Wow, just on fire.
Bro, I was poor, and the air was fixed last night. It was freezing. I was
just drenched.
I thought the air was broken, so I woke up in a panic. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I walked up to the thermostat. I'm like, it's me.
It's just me.
I was drenched. I was like, I haven't had that since a prep, like that type of feeling, because I haven't had a shitty meal like that in a long time. It's been like 3 months probably.
Now you think that reaction that your body has to food, that's just your metabolism going up when you start sweating and your body temperature starts going up?
Well, I haven't, because I'm doing the keto, especially, like, the carbohydrates are pretty much zero. Like, I really don't fuck around on that, because, like, I really can't anyway with my glucose. So, even after I had that little bit of bread and French fries last night, I felt myself going a little hypo, like, 4 hours later. And that doesn't even, I could not eat for 2 days right now when I'm on my ketogenic diet.
And you're fine.
And nothing happens. Like, my blood sugar is perfect. So, I knew that, like, my glucose was a little fucked up, too. And definitely my metabolic, but I gained the weight back already though. So like the 6 pounds came off, and today I was eating my keto diet. My weight's back up already. So like I fluctuated 12 pounds.
Because I feel like
it doesn't really do much. It just speeds up and then comes back. It just kind of like.
But I like, especially now that I'm eating all this fucking food every single day.
Yeah.
Like that response to food, that I feel like that's a good sign.
Oh yeah. You have some low days too, right?
I have low days, yeah, which I actually enjoy.
You have to have low days because this is what I do with all my clients: girl, guy, advanced, beginner. If you're not training, the food is not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's either obviously carbohydrates and fats are not going to be the same on the day that you're not training. Protein, guys, doesn't really make a big difference. Honestly, everyone gets so obsessed with protein. As long as you're getting in your body weight in protein, you're fine. You don't have to be. You're not going to be. Even if you took half in, you're not going to be catabolic.
Too many people say, two grams.
Oh, fuck that.
That's a lot of protein.
No.
When I said if you're let's just say your baseline is 3,000 calories or whatever,
right?
But you're eating 2 grams of protein. I'm like, well, you're not. You're just going to be eating protein the whole time. Yeah. I'm like, wouldn't you want to just get what you need as far as protein and then use the other calories for something else?
Especially if you're on super subs, you don't need to be taking in 2 grams of protein per body weight or 1.5 grams.
No,
like that's. Listen, there's times where, yes, you should be taking 1.5 grams in because, maybe on your off day or maybe if you're in a contest prep and you have nothing else to eat because you're on a 0 carb or low carb, just to get the calories in and to stay full and saturated and you don't cheat. Increase the protein, sure. But you don't have to diet, like nutrition-wise, all year on high protein. It does not serve a purpose. It's just going to cause more damage, honestly, in the long run, your kidneys and organs and everything else. Protein's really rough on the digestive system. People underestimate it, but that would probably do more long-term damage than, honestly, taking just testosterone as HRT. People don't realize that, though. But, like, steak and shit is so bad, like, in massive amounts like that, like, day in and day out. Everyone's like, well, you eat steak every day. I'm like, I eat steak once a day. I have 2 meals a day. I'm not eating it 6 times a day like a bodybuilder does. You know what I mean? And my one portion's like 6 ounces. Like it's not like
it's nothing.
That's not going to kill me. Yes, when I was bodybuilding, eating red meat 4 or 5 times a day, like a savage.
Wild.
That's horrible.
Wild.
I'd rather take the drug risk than the fucking steak risk.
The food risk.
And I think a lot of people underestimate that. They're like, especially when they get blood work done. I'm like, what have you been eating? Well, McDonald's and this. I'm like, dude, you can't have all that. Like that, all those fats.
Well, there you go.
Red meat, But yeah, like low days, you got to reset your glucose, your metabolism, your digestive system.
Yeah, and what it does too is it gets your body primed for that high day too.
Insulin
because you're going to be ultra sensitive.
You feel amazing in the gym that way. You go low, or high, low, whatever. Your body you feel yourself inflating.
But I actually look forward to my low days too.
I hate eating food every day like that.
I like that kind of that time out with food, and it's smaller portions where I'm like, oh man, I gotta eat again. Like
Plus,
now
appetite will stay much higher that way.
Exactly. Because on my low day, I'm pretty much hungry all day.
Yeah.
Even though I'm still like the portions are not bad. I'm eating still. Every meal has 50 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fat every single meal, and 6 ounces of protein every single meal. But I'm starving.
Yeah. I mean, your rebound doesn't help still. You're still rebounding. But even if you're doing that middle of off season, you're still going to be starving. I mean, especially now with you pushing the intensity in the gym, pushing food on the high days, you're going to be fucking hungry, dude. It's gonna be your first time doing this too, essentially, kind of, a little bit. I mean, you've done it.
Yeah, I mean, we did it. I did it with Porter after I got my pro card. But we were just trying to put so much size in such a small amount of time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really. I didn't really know how to train for real.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was in 2000. I
remember that.
2015, 16.
I was gonna say like 14. No, I turned pro in 14. So yeah, it was like 15. Yeah, it was somewhere around there, right, Matt? Yeah. I can't believe he's not here still. That's so fucking weird.
I know. I used to love watching Porter's videos,
bro.
Like in the car, everything.
I had so many funny fucking memories with that kid. I remember the first day I met him. It was a hilarious situation. Like I can't even tell it on camera. It's fucking like he was such a good he
was.
Like you couldn't find one bad thing about that guy.
No, not at all.
And he would only badmouth somebody if someone was truly a piece of shit.
And he was hilarious.
And even then, he didn't want to say it, but he was like, he just had to speak the truth. Like it was just like eating him up inside.
Yeah, no, I got to spend. He flew in for my pro debut.
I remember that.
He was coaching me, and he stayed with me for 4 days, and
it
was awesome. I remember so many times he had trouble sleeping. So like he's at my townhouse, at a townhouse at the time.
Right.
And we would be up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like 4 days out of the show, 3 days out. It's like, and we're just talking talking bodybuilding, talking about just
he loved it.
Awesome stuff.
He fucking loved it.
He really loved what he was doing.
That whole story still is traumatizing to me. What happened,
Yeah. Because he was even doing a series at the time, how he was getting blood work done like every
day.
I never seen anybody so like anal before about.
Bro, he's even more anal because you know him obviously. He's even more anal than he puts himself out to be though.
He is.
He is so like when I was around him like the first time like around him for a long time for like days at a time. I said to him straight up, I was like, Matt, I don't even know you, but how the fuck do you deal with this? I even said to his wife, when we just first met, I didn't even know them for a hole in the wall, but I was just like, dude, you can't be like this all the time.
Oh,
she's like, oh no, I'm like, you must be stressed out 24/7 about your food and training. He's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, why though? You're not even competing. This is the time he wasn't even competing. At the time we compete against each other because when he was in the same show, but not in the same class. But I remember us being in the same show together, and he was like anal, which I got. But then when I saw him even outside of that, he wasn't even competing. And I was like, why are you still so crazy? He's like, I just love it. I just want to
his cardio, everything.
Oh, bro, I would get stressed out for him.
Everything.
I was like, you micromanage the dumbest shit. Like, He's like, I just want to have exact. I'm like, okay, but like
every
still
single
exact.
Day, every single day, man. Every single day.
He lived it. He lived it.
I miss Matt. No, he was good. He was a good ingredient to our small, bodybuilding world that we're in.
I know, like he was like the other. I don't want to call him a YouTuber, but he was like the other guy that put out content.
He was like one of the first. That was
he was.
That was really constantly putting out like information like that.
He was always, bro. I don't know how he even did it. He was always on forums, always answering comments, always answering messages, a text message, email, client. He got the stuff before I did. I'm a sick fuck with that stuff, and he was like minutes, hours before me. I'm like, how do you catch it so fast?
On the money.
I was like, he was already like deep into a conversation with somebody about it. I'm like, fuck. Like, how do you do? I used to like challenge myself to get there before him, and he would beat me. He would find out something. I would get a text message from him. Did you see this? And I'm like, how the fuck did you see that so fast?
He's sitting there, just refreshing.
Literally, I said to him, I said, do you sit there and like wait for it? He's like, no, I just see it. I'm like, I don't know how he even saw it so fast. He was a fucking unique individual, man. Like. Smart as fuck too.
Yeah,
smart
very
as fuck.
Intelligent. Very intelligent.
Well, that's crazy, man. But
I wanted to bring up a topic with you. This is pertaining to peak week in general. So I have a really close friend of mine, and she's a wellness competitor. And
before you
go ahead.
An enhanced wellness or real wellness?
Enhanced wellness. I mean,
no, surgery.
Oh, no, real.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that'll make a big difference in this question.
Yeah, no, she's 100% real, but she's enhanced.
Super subs, yeah.
Yeah, super subs, yes. And she used to compete in the WBFF because they had kind of like that look already.
Yeah, they did.
And then once they came out with the wellness division, I told her, yo, like, get out of that. She was a pro in the WBFF. I'm like, get out of that crap. I'm like, get into the NPC. I know that you're a pro already, but you're going to be competing against essentially amateurs that don't even, these girls they don't even know what wellness even is.
There's no recognition for that.
Anyway. You already are a wellness, you're a pro competing in the amateurs.
Brazilian, Colombian.
She's Brazilian.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture. I mean, she's phenomenal. Okay. Big, like these. She's sweeping quad. Like, I'm like, how do you have quads like that?
I know, they're fucking probably crazy, right?
Insane looking. So she was doing a local show just so that she could qualify for nationals, which she's going to do in 12 weeks. Okay. And she sends me a picture of her on Wednesday. Her show is Saturday. She sends me a picture on Wednesday. She looks like she could literally jump on stage right now, and she'd be perfect.
Right.
So I see a picture of her, and she has like some coach. I don't even know who he is. And I'm like, you look phenomenal. I didn't get into details of like, oh, what are you doing? Anything like that. I didn't get into any details. And then she sends me a picture of her when she has her tan on Friday.
Right.
And in my head, I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like between like Wednesday and Friday, like what the hell happened?
Right.
And then she goes on stage. I see the pictures and stuff.
What show did she do?
She did. It was a local show here. It was kind of a big show, but not really. I forgot.
It was a national qualifier though, right?
Yeah, it was a national qualifier. So she ended up winning her class.
Okay.
But then I started, asking her questions. I started trying to get to the bottom of why she looked that way, like incredible on Wednesday, and what the hell happened to Saturday.
Right.
So she started going down the line, and I asked her first thing. I'm like, how much water were you drinking throughout the week? And she, her coach had her do the normal tapering stuff,
basic shit.
So she was drinking 8 liters Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and
so she front loaded her the water. Okay.
She front loaded her water. She looked phenomenal on the 8 liters of water. And then I'm thinking, I'm like, that was my next day. I'm like, what were you eating? She was basically keto, 0 carbs, and
just for that week or prior, the entire.
She was already prior to that. A couple, I guess they tapered her food. They tapered her food all the way into peak week, kind of thing. Like it transitioned.
Dumbest
like
thing ever.
But she looked great. Like I'm
no,
telling
I'm
you,
she probably was peaking though at the wrong time, at a bad time, and like by
wait,
luck.
it gets worse.
Okay.
This story gets worse.
Right.
So she's has a little bit of fat. I mean, she was probably taking in maybe like 50 grams of fat, and the rest is protein and veggies. So she looks phenomenal. She's drinking a ton of water. She's flushing it out. She's looking spot on every morning. And then she tells me that he started tapering her down from 8 liters to 5 liters to 1 liter.
By when? Friday?
Friday, she was drinking 1 liter of water. And there I'm already, okay, this is getting bad.
For fans.
Wait, hey, go ahead.
By her stopping water now, she's going to stop peeing. So she's not going to be flushing out sodium anymore. So now her body thinks there's no more water coming in because now 72 hours have passed, right?
Yeah.
Essentially. 48 hours, what do you want to call it?
Aldosterone levels are going to go up.
Yeah, so now the body's going to hold onto water instead of release because the body's like, oh, fuck, you're not giving me water. I'm not going to piss anymore. Mm-hmm. So now the body starts filling up with water, cortisol going up. And now what happened?
So he decided to load her on carbs after doing 0 carbs. He loaded her on Thursday.
Oh my God.
He loaded her Thursday, so Friday, and then Saturday's the show. He loaded her with 300 grams of rice 6 times.
Shut the fuck up.
300 grams, 6
No
times.
way.
Yes.
What?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
So that's like what, 200 grams of carbs?
Something like that, yeah.
250, somewhere around there?
So then she...
high glycemic carb.
So then on Friday... she went back on low, on her keto. She went back on her keto.
The body doesn't respond yet that fast. So like she's probably still blowing up with water right now.
I'm not done yet. It still gets worse.
Oh
then Friday he cut all her sodium with the 1 liter of water. And then it gets even worse.
Oh no.
Friday when she hit me up, she's like, oh, you know, should I take a diuretic? And I'm like, girl, you're not eating any sodium and you're on 1 liter of water. Right. I'm like, you're gonna look like shit tomorrow if you take it. And then, sure enough, because her coach was telling her, she took a 25 milligram Diazide.
Holy! At what time?
This was like around maybe 9 o'clock.
At night?
At 9 p.m. Yeah.
Oh my God, she like peaked for her worst the next morning.
9 p.m. So then when she woke up, you know, she was flat, she was watery.
Diazide's got like a 12-hour half-life, so like that thing peaked right in the morning. She was flat, soft,
and then at night, she
got a cheeseburger.
She started eating garbage. Like she started eating donuts and burgers and drinking a little bit, and she looked much better at night.
But she won.
Still, well, she just has that Brazilian
shape.
Like,
yeah.
Like I'm telling you, her legs are wacky, like wacky legs.
So, I'm
going to send you a picture just so you get some reference.
I'm going to put it up in the video too, so people can.
Just so you get some reference. Cut her face off though, so that.
I will. No, I will. I won't put her. I don't want to put her in there. I'm not going to.
No. If you want, so that people get some context.
I'll put a leg.
That's all you, bro. Like her legs are nuts.
How big is she? Like, what does she weigh?
She's probably like 5'2", and she probably weighs like maybe 115, 110.
Oh, she's light too. Okay.
Yeah, 115, 110, something like that.
So Boston Lloyd put up a post today. I don't know if you follow him or not. He doesn't really say
here and there.
He put up some like posts ripping apart wellness girls, saying like they're just lazy figure girls that are fat. All surgery.
I disagree.
Now listen, I understand what he's saying, but that's not. He's like, oh, the division was made because people are using Instagram as a platform to make divisions, and it's like once the people get on stage, they're not really what they are on Instagram. I was like, no, I'm like the wellness division overseas is the real fucking deal.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Is that Wednesday?
This was Wednesday.
Yeah. Fuck.
I would have not done a thing.
Her teardrops are humongous.
They're humongous, dude. They're huge. And when she trains and she's doing quads, like extensions, I'm like, what the hell? Like, it looks like you just got like in person, it's just nutty. Like her legs are nutty in person.
Does she have a kid too?
No.
Oh, there's a baby crib back there.
I
I was like, damn, she's got a kid
no
out of
kid.
that body too.
No kid.
God damn, bro, her legs are giant. Her legs are as big as her waist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does she have hamstrings too and shit?
Everything.
Oh.
Ass, everything. That's what I'm saying. When I saw her, and she was like in the off season.
She'll still look good at bloated too.
No, she has the most like insane curves. But when I saw this, and then I saw what she looked like, I was so pissed.
So Brazilian.
I was so fucking mad at this
her
guy.
Waist, Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah.
That's like literally like a 3D figure of a female's like athlete body you would want to look like.
Yeah.
Like literally
look how deep her midsection is. Like her abs are like super deep.
Whatever he did to get her here was great.
8 liters of water.
Like whatever she was doing prior was working. Like he could just walk during the show like that.
And that's the thing. Her legs are so big that they need to be dry. Because any ounce of water on them would just make them look like balloons.
Yeah, look soft.
Yeah, they make them look like balloons.
She definitely can look better, obviously, but like whatever he did for now was going to be just fine for her. She has a lot of water in her just from estrogen, probably not even fat, but I'm sure she probably wasn't taking the right anti-estrogens and everything. But
the guy is.
So like she got there because her genetics. This is a good example too. Yeah. Like. You can fuck up a little bit when you have genetics and get lucky, and there is such thing as that. People won't want to say that, but like, obviously she's got God-given genetics and superior genetics. Like, not even like fucking her. She has caps, she has arms. She would have a chest if she was a dude. You know what I'm saying? If she was a Brazilian guy, forget about it. I mean, 212 champ. But
I disagree with
yeah, I don't like that comment either. I didn't like.
I disagree with Boston Lloyd.